Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another match reaction. I've got a big old smile on my face. I've been singing in the car on the way home. I can't stop feeling extremely happy. I'll be honest, this feels like a massive, massive win. And obviously, coupled with the fact that Borough lost away at West Bromwich Albion, loads and loads of people saying that we were going to lose today and West Brom were going to lose to Borough at home. But the opposite has happened. We are now 7 points clear with a game in hand. Yes, that could still come down a lot more. And I think it will because we've got a lot tougher running than Borough have. Well, tougher next few games than Borough have. But this is certainly a big, big result for the Blades today. It's one of those results where we fought and fought and fought for every single ball. Everything seemed to be against us today. But yeah, including the referee, including everything. So yeah, we managed to get that goal. Who cares how it goes in? Who cares? Not me. Look at us. No, it went in. That's all that mattered. We had a goal disallowed as well. They had a bit of a scramble right at the end. If I'm being honest, it probably was a 50-50 game where we probably just shaded it. So I'll give us it. I think that we probably deserve to win this game. So we'll say that anyway. We'll say that. But it really, really hands us a massive lifeline in the fact that we are getting back to that belief that we had before. Now, yes, it wasn't an easy game. We weren't scintillating at times, but neither were they. I think we gave them a lot of respect. I was writing my notes earlier on whilst we were watching the game, and I put, did we give them too much respect? Now, I don't think we give Borough any respect, to be honest, because they carved through us at will. I think today we sat back a lot more, defended a lot more sturdy. I thought Bogle was fantastic defending. He never switched off for a second. Max Lowe, maybe not quite the same. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why he got brought off and Osborne came on. But I thought every player on that pitch today put in a shift. Even Max Lowe, I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm just saying that he lost his man once or twice. And it's one of those games where you're playing against really, really good players. And if you for a second switch off, that could be a goal. So it wasn't today, luckily. But we'll start from the beginning. So I thought we started slightly brighter. We had more of the ball. They were dangerous on the break, though. And like I said, with having João Pedro, with having Keenan Davis, they've got a lot of good attacking options. I don't think they're particularly good at the back. So I think if we'd have gone toe to toe with them, attack, like a basketball game, I'm not sure who would have won. They are certainly better than us going forward, but I do think they got dodgier defending. I think if we'd have shoved two up top and had died just in behind, it could have been 4-4. But I don't think they were great at the back, to be honest. But they managed just to see us out for most of the game. So yeah, maybe we just didn't put them under too much pressure. But I thought we were good in the first half. Bloke on the end of my road walked past and were like, "Oh, we're not that good, is it?" And I'm like, I actually think this is the exact performance that we needed. Backs to the walls at times, defending for his lives, scrapping for every ball. Because we scrapped every ball with Borough, but we just lost every one of them pretty much. So it was good to see this tonight. They've gone and beaten West Brom at home in the last game. West Brom have gone and beaten Borough. We've gone and beaten them. So by looking at that sort of trio of things happening, it's great to see. So yeah, in the 10th minute, the first thing that I've written down is that Keenan Davis goes through one-on-one and seems to get a shove in the back from, I don't know who it was. It was on that right-hand side. So could have been an L, could have been Egan. But he gets a bit of a shove. He goes down. Referee gives nothing. It did look a bit dicey, but that wasn't shown in the Sky Sports coverage, or not coverage, but the highlights. So maybe it'll never get brought up again, but I thought it was a bit of a hairy moment, to be honest. 12th minute, Illiman and Dye goes through one-on-one, but the flag goes up. I think it was some good work from Fleck, which Fleck was fantastic today. First start for months, and Fleck was brilliant. Is exactly what we've needed for the last probably 2 months. So great to see Fleck back in. He's a fan's favourite. He always has been. He always will be, and it's great to see those players put in performances like that because, yeah, it he's been there a long time. He's been with us through our best days, and it's great to see him put in another one of those performances. Maybe he's playing for a contract or trying to because if we don't go up, I think Fleck should stay really because I think Fleck is a championship player. I'm not sure whether he's a Premier League player anymore, but if he plays like that every week, maybe. You never know. 17th minute, little bit poor defending from an L. Ball comes in from a free kick, which they had many free kicks today. Many, many free kicks where they've just thrown themselves to the ground. And Stroud fell for it every single time. We didn't seem to get much. I remember us throwing out an ironic cheer when we managed to finally get a free kick in that first half, but they were throwing themselves to the ground a lot. We were doing those nice little fouls when they were going through at times, but I think at one point Anel, I think it was João Pedro down the left hand side. It was kind of trying to jink in and out on that left wing. Anel was looked in a really good position. He kind of got his arm across to try and stop him. João Pedro goes down, booking. I could not believe that. And literally, later on in the game, Bogle hacks down one of their men, and it's 100% a booking, gives nothing. It's just terrible, terrible officiating in this country. Like, I don't know about other countries, but it's just inconsistencies. That's the problem that I have with the referees. But Stroud wasn't good today. He gave them a lot of free kicks, to be honest. Some were, some weren't. But yeah, I think his linos didn't help him out at some point though, because yeah, when they could have got involved, they didn't, and yeah, it felt like they bottled it a little bit. Anyway, 17th minute, I think this is where this is a resulting free kick. The ball's played into the box. Davis must just kind of out muscle Anel, and he heads it just wide. It's not far away at all. 25th minute, Fleck bursts away, and he's running through on goal. He's just obviously not got that pace. I don't think he's ever really had that pace, but he bursts away. He somehow manages to find it to Illiman. He does a nice little back heel, little trick, gets himself onto his left foot. And where we've seen it, Illiman find that corner time and time again with his left foot, it just wasn't on this time. Over the bar, high and wide. But yeah, we were breaking on them. We were stealing the ball off them. I think Chowdhury, to be honest, I'll put my hands up. I didn't watch Chowdhury all the way through this game. I didn't, because why would I? I'm a Sheffield United fan. But Chowdhury seemed to lose the ball a lot right in front of their defence to Illiman, to Fleck, to even McBurney at times. So I don't think he had a great game, but if others had watched him for longer and say he did have a good game, fair enough. I'll concede. Then I just wrote down Keith Stroud, terrible, booked an L and didn't book Bogle. That's exactly what I said. Bogle's was a million times worse. And Watford at this point were just getting all the decisions, and it was so frustrating to watch. It was so frustrating. It really was. I thought that we were the better team for the first kind of 15, 20 minutes. I think Watford then came into it probably the better team between 25 and 35. And then between the 35th minute, sort of, and half time, it was all us, really. I was thinking we were going to nick a goal, but really going to nick a goal. But there weren't too many clear cut chances today, to be perfectly honest. It's one of them games where there's a lot of half chances, but they don't materialize into anything more. Obviously, that's why it ended up 1-0 because, yeah, neither side could really create too much or create anything clear cut. I think both sides, especially us, we were making sure that the last two games didn't affect this one. I think it did affect this one because I think we were much better because we were like, we were rubbish against Millwall. We were rubbish defensively against Borough as well. So this one, we need to make sure this doesn't happen again. Hecky said it in his presser. I think they said, "Oh, because I can't remember who it was. I think it's someone from Radio Sheffield." But they said, "Oh, do you give them a bye because they've been so good defensively this season? Because they've been rubbish in the last two games. Do you let them off?" That's what it sounded like anyway. And Eggy's like, "No, we don't let them off. They've been rubbish. They need to be told, and we need to look back over the footage and see why we've been conceding these goals and where the players need to be in future." And do you know what? I think how we defended so well came down to one position, John Fleck, not flying forward. He was in the right place at the right time pretty much all game. And knowing that Fleck and Norwood were those two kind of sitters, if you like. I think Sander was a little bit up and down. I think Fleck did get forward at times, but only when he could do. He didn't go flying forward at any point. And him just sitting in there and just occupying that space, I think helps us a lot today, to be honest, because it wasn't Norwood just getting left on his own and then the defense getting hammered because Lowe and Bogle weren't flying forward quite as much as they have been in the last few matches. So I think Hecky got this pretty much bang on today, to be perfectly honest. But we're going to half time. I thought we did okay. I thought they did okay. I thought it was a very 50-50 game where, again, probably we just about shaded. We come out into the second half. Again, I think we started brighter. 52, Illy nearly getting through. 54, Watford through, but a great tackle from Manel. It was one of those where he seems to do one a game, Manel. He seems to do one a game, especially at home where they're played through and then he comes in with his big gangly legs and gets that tackle in. I'm not sure whether that's him being in the wrong positions and he's having to kind of help himself out with these incredible tackles, or whether they're just incredible tackles and he's just a fantastic defender. 56 minutes, like I said, 52, 54, 56, 58, 4 minutes that eight, no, 6 minutes within kind of four things happen in 6 minutes. Let's put it that way. 56 minute, and now it's a left-footed shot just over the bar. So we played the ball side to side into Fleck. Fleck lays it onto the edge of the box, and Anel takes that on with his left on the outside of the box, with it rolling to him at I won't say loads of pace, but pace. And all he's done is tried to guide it into that far corner, and it's not too far away, to be honest. I yelled at him, control it, find a pass, or control it and have a shot. But it nearly came off. It was a fantastic kind of guided effort with his left foot, his instep of his left foot that just went over the bar. I think the goalkeeper had it covered if it was a little bit lower and on target, but it's a good strike. That was one of our best shots of the game, you could say. And then 58th minute, basketball again, it went to Watford. The ball was played into the box from a Watford player. I think João Pedro gets a little head on it. It hits it hits Keenan Davis and it just lands straight to Wes. Maybe it was one of those games for us because Keenan Davis, I was told by a Watford fan that Davis has been poor. He actually said, and I quote, "I almost bought Keenan Davis a ticket sitting next to me because it'd be more, he'd do more for the team if he was sat next to me than playing in the game." And do you know what? He didn't do a lot today. He's obviously big and strong. He obviously causes defenders problems, but he didn't do a lot today. He looked really dangerous for Forest last season in the playoffs. Didn't look great today, to be honest. So I could see why he said that, but still, I'd rather have Keenan Davis on my side than not on my side, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, it cannons off him and just lands straight to Wes. If he's on form, he could probably take that down and have a shot, but maybe it's just come at him a little bit too quick. Then in the 63rd minute, we go in front, or so we thought. Ball again played from side to side. Lovely football, lovely intricate play. Goes out to the left, goes out to the right. I think it goes back out to the left. The ball's played to the back post. Anel's coming in, and I'm thinking he's just going to head this into the far corner. But he lets it come across him, hits it on the volley. It's a poor volley that's going miles wide. but Bogle stood at the back stick, heads it into the corner. He's running away, celebrating straight away. I always look. I always look to see if anyone's offside ever. Even their goal, even our goal that they put in their own net. I looked at the linesman like, I don't think there's no way anybody could be offside, but I'm still looking. And yeah, I did look. Bogle stood offside, and I've looked back. It did look offside, to be honest. Obviously I've not seen it from right down that line, but it looks like he's just further on than Chowdhury. So yeah, not very good marking from Chowdhury, but it's a poor volley from Anel that's going miles wide, but he heads it in the back of the net. It's not given. It's given offside, but I really do think that goal made us believe that we're going to win this game, and win this game we did. Um, I wrote down in the 66th minute, Watford centre back dives, finally doesn't get anything. The ball's played through to Doyle. He's on the edge of the box. He twists, he turns, he's past his man. He hits it with his instep, with a lot of pace on it, though, just not into the corner. Good save from the goalkeeper. He punches it out. It lands back to Osborne. He has a good shot that's well saved from the goalkeeper. Osborne, fantastic today. Fantastic. Same as Doyle. Both of them really, really good. And then I've wrote Watford really slow and dodgy at the back. We've shown them respect, but have we shown them too much respect? That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I alluded to. I honestly think that if we had Jebo, Illiman, and McBurney on the pitch, we would have got loads of goals out of this game, because I thought their two central defenders were really poor. Really, really, just what they did was, and it happened early on in the first half with Illiman, where he was kind of Illiman was putting pressure on him, just threw himself to the ground. Keith Stroud was nowhere near it, so he had no idea. I don't know if the linesman gave it, whether he did or not. I'm not sure, but they just kept throwing themselves to the ground. Big, massive men throwing themselves to the ground should be ashamed of themselves, to be honest. But especially defenders, like I've been a centre back most of my, I'm going to say career. I definitely didn't have a career, but like if a little lad was pushing me in the back and I threw myself to the ground, I would get hammered from the manager. And I know that times have changed, but have a bit of respect for yourself. If you've not been fouled, don't go down. You're embarrassing yourself. Anyway, so he did this. He threw himself to the ground, didn't get anything finally. And I think it was Illy runs through. We just didn't quite get it through properly. But anyway, finally, oh no, we've got Sanderberger 1-on-1. This was probably, other than the goal, the biggest talking point of the game. I think it's McBurney plays Sander in, and he's going through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. I think he just needs to run, and he just needs to dink the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's gone down. He's tried to just roll it past him, but he's a really, really good goalkeeper. So it's a good save. And I think it was it from the resulting goal? I think it was from the resulting corner. Ball comes into the box, right back stick. McBurney heads it back across. The centre back gets his feet all wrong. It comes off, I think, off his standing leg, rolls towards the goal. And where I was sat, I knew that was in 100%. It was miles over the line. I think if I'd have been at the other side of the ground, I probably wouldn't have had a clue, but it was miles over the line. Everybody's loving life. Everyone's going crazy. And all we're thinking is just see it out. Just see it out, Blade. Just see it out, because we've had many games in the last few years where we've just not seen these games out. This season we've been better at it. But really, all I'm going to talk about, I think Watford had most of the play after that. I think they were obviously trying to get back into the game. I think we tried a few attempts at trying to keep it in the corner and trying to run time down, but we've never been good at that. We always seem to give it them back straight away. Just like, take it into the oh yeah, we've lost it. We've lost it yet again. But last kick of the game, this is where it all went a little bit sheepish. Ball comes into the box. I think it twists and turns, gets blocked, goes out, comes back in, head towards goal, and it just lands in that 6-yard box. And it's like, get rid of it, get rid of it. And eventually, after a few missed kicks and stuff, Billy Sharp fires the ball away, and the referee blows that final whistle. That's it. We've won the game 1-0, and we knew all game that Middlesbrough were losing 2-0. I think we expected Middlesbrough to come back and possibly try and get something out of the game. But I looked at the possession stats and the shots and things like that. Middlesbrough had 70% of the possession away at West Brom. That is crazy. But bearing in mind the fact that West Brom got 2 quick goals early on, you're expecting them to come at you. And that's probably why. And they only had, I think it was 3 or 4 shots on target. So yeah, their XG was a lot lower than West Brom's as well. So it looks like Borough were well beaten today. Um, these are the games you need to win if you're going to go up as well. We've obviously gone and beaten Watford at home. Watford, obviously, one of those teams that are vying for the playoffs. I watched, I think it was actually, I think he's in the stream, the Watford Way. I think I watched the Watford Way's video. Shout out, subscribe to him. And he said something about if they go on a run, they could vie for those top 2 spots, which they could easily do with the players that they've got. They could easily do that, Watford. But I think that's probably put to bed their automatic promotion hopes, because I think they're 7th. I think they're sat 7th right now. Because as of one point, I've not looked at the scores at the end of the game, but with about 5 minutes left, I was looking at flash score on the table, and every team in the top 7 won. Every team. So they might be 8th actually, other than Borough. Borough and Watford, who may have been 8th, from the top kind of top teams that are expected to try and get into the playoffs, those are the only 2 that lost. So yeah, it would have been nice to have seen a few other teams lose, but who cares? Like, I think that I've always thought that Borough are the only team that can catch us. So let's see. I just want to go through a few players that deserve a shout out. Egan has obviously had a bad week, or say week. He had a really bad performance against Millwall, and he's come back strong. He was fantastic today. Enel, really, really good. I was worried early on him picking up that booking, thinking he's gonna be ran out for the rest of the game. But he managed to stay another yellow card free. I thought Robinson, Robinson had a fantastic game. And you know what? I was looking at their team and the pace that they've got and the trickery, and I'm thinking Robinson's gonna be had on toast. So I thought that Kieran Clark should have played in this game, but Robinson was the right man for the job. Robinson was fantastic. I take it all back, Robbo. Yeah, throws into the box as well, always a danger, but it just got stuck. They all got stuck in. As soon as the ball came up to one of their players and they were holding it up, whether it was Davis or somebody else, we got straight into him and we were not letting them turn at all. So I thought the 3 centre backs were fantastic today. I think Bogle, like I said earlier, defended really, really well. Lowe, maybe not his best game, but I thought he was okay. Fleck, my man of the match, to go that length of time without playing a full game, or without starting, and he comes in and plays like that. Hats off to Johnny Fleck. He is our Scottish hero after all. Norwood, very, very steady game today. Did everything right, didn't do anything wrong. No stupid passes, no Hollywood balls that didn't reach their intended target. Sander got out of bed the right side, put effort in, battled. He did everything right. I would have liked to have seen Sander create more chances, get into better opportunities, scoring opportunities, or goal assisting opportunities, if you like. Illiman, so much better than he was against Borough. And yeah, I hope we've got him back. I hope we've got the Illy back that we've had all season. It didn't obviously get a goal or assist anything, but he was dangerous the whole game. He really was. McBurney, really good game again. Obviously created the own goal, heading the ball back across goal, and that's what he needed to do. That's all he needed to do to win us this game. So obviously McBurney gets loads and loads of respect for that that header back across goal because without it, we wouldn't have scored. I thought that Osborne was a weird substitution. However, when I saw Doyle walk out, I'm like, right, he's going to go to left wing back. Doyle's going to sit in for Fleck, and I think that those two subs today were probably Hecky's best two subs of the whole season. We're always quite critical of Hecky's substitutions, but today those two subs were fantastic because Osborne, I'll be honest, I think that's one of Osborne's best games when he's come off the bench. He did everything right. He got stuck in, stayed with his man, didn't lose his head, knocked the ball long, hooked the ball long when he needed to, and also passed the ball around and didn't get pressurized. Well, he got pressured, but he didn't lose his head. Him and Doyle played some lovely football on that left hand side when they were in trouble and stuff. Doyle, fantastic, really good. Followed his man, did not let them go. I think Hecky did this to a T today. Lots of people calling for McAtee, but I don't think this was a game for McAtee. I think it was too blood and thunder for McAtee. But saying that, could have brought him on towards the end if he was still looking for a goal, and McAtee probably would have created something. Billy Sharp also, I thought it was great when he came on, held the ball up well, nicked the ball away from their defenders at times to create attacks. And obviously got rid of the ball right at the end when we needed to. So he was in the right place at the right time. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into the comments. Great result. Back on track, maybe, Stuart. I hope you're right, mate. Paddling the med tomorrow to reflect on a great weekend of results for the Mighty Blades. Absolutely. Great win today, Nick. Not going to lie. With that thumbnail pic, you look like you've dropped the... All right, okay. I nearly said that. I'm not going to say it. This is a PG channel. Anxiety levels are up and down. Oh my! What's going on here? Come on, lads! Come on, lads! This is not what we want. We've just won a great game. We don't want to be making me say things like that. Massive headache after that. So stressful. It really was, Paul. It was. I hated it. Off to Boots for a bottle of Just for Men. There we go. That's better. That's better. A joke. But a joke that we can all enjoy, including kids and old people and everything. Restricted Watford's front three to very little. Exactly, Paul. We really did. Bernie 6'2". He only ever jumped 6'3", and might be right, but he wins a lot of headers. He really does. Ollie Mack passing and quick feet. You love to see it. Jackie Longthorne, man of the match. Do you know what, Darren? You might be right. You might be right. I don't know who actually got it, so you absolutely could be right. But for me, I just think Johnny Fleck was fantastic. Today was a good day, and you are right. Oh, Coatsy. It's Coatsy in it. Chad, thank you very much for the watch along, mate. Smashed it as always. I'm saying you smashed it. I've not seen any of it, obviously. I've been at the match. Back to winning ways, and you are the man. No, you're the man, Chad. You're the man. Up the Blades. When we beat Burnley 5-2, our midfield was Baldock, Fleck, Norwood, and Stevens, with Osborne playing in a 10 role. Have we been too hasty in writing off most of these players this season? Well, I think you've got to say that Baldock, Fleck, Stevens, all been injured, haven't they? So we've maybe not just written them off. It's just they've been injured. Best of luck for the rest of the season. Thank you very much, mate. I did give you a shout out earlier on, so I hope you heard that one. But Bernie won man of the match. Of course he did. Of course, but Bernie won man of the match because whoever scores the goal or is closest to the ball going in the back of the net ends up winning man of the match. I do think it should have been Fleck, or it could have been Robbo too. Big boost with losing. Yep, there we go. Gritty performance, 3 points. Let's go. Let's go, Matt. Let's chuffing go. Ollie got it so wrong. Did they? I don't know what that means. Even if Sander had dinked it, Chowdhury was covering the goal line. He did get back quick enough. I'm not sure it was quick enough to stop it if he'd have put it over the top of him, but I will bow to your greater knowledge, Paul. Nobody had a great game, but the main thing is I thought they all played well. Andy, you might be right, but in my opinion, with my eyes, with my real eyes, as Tuffy Club say, with my real eyes, I thought everybody put a great shift in today. I really did. We are still not at our best. No, we're not. Not free. I can't talk. I just can't. I can't speak. I can't speak. No, I honestly thought that we were great today. Without, I don't think the thing is. I think people think that we have to play scintillating football and beat someone 6-0 for us to have played well. I thought we played really, really well today. I really do. What a result for both us and Boris. Sander looked more up for it today than usual. Was a good performance all round. Even the Pigeons made a second half appearance, Kieran. Yes, they did. I don't know what we've put on that what we put on that pitch, but they seem to absolutely love it. One of the best teams that have played at the lane this season, possibly. Possibly, you might be right. Ryan says, I think we take too many touches in the final third, especially Bogle and Sander. Simple layoff. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Those two are like to take a lot of touches, don't they? Excelente. Sleep well tonight. Uh, Yes, thank you. We will. Totally agree about Osborne. Made a huge difference. It's probably how we should have played against Borough on reflection. And that's the thing. Hecky probably looks back at that and thinks, yes, that's what I should have done. But at the time, we were winning every game just like they were. And the thing is, you sometimes think we're unbeatable. And clearly we thought we could go head to head with Borough or toe to toe with Borough, if you like, and hammer them or at least win the game. That wasn't to be. And I think we are a very, very well set up side that we are across the whole field very, very strong. So yeah, we might not have João Pedro or the strength of Keenan Davis or whatever, but we do have a very well drilled side. We really do. Thought Fleck and Ozzy had a good game today. Yep, Elaine, you're absolutely right for me. Burnley 4-0, amazing day at Turf Moor, and great to see Borough lose. Yep. McBurney, man of the match for me. Fair enough, Paul. Fair enough. Up the blades from Poland. Oh, well, Chris, we missed you today. Well, did we? Did we miss you? Because I think you're not allowed to come back to Bramall Lane again, mate. I'm sorry about that. Unless you buy me a beer, obviously. Um, we'll be raising a pint to West Brom tonight. To be fair, I've got my fake Brewdog Aldi special IPA in my hand right now. Still got a little bit in it, so I can't wait to finish that after this. Put myself in the bad books, Nick, skipping over my comments. It was funny. I found it really funny, to be honest. So I'm not going to give you too much stick. It was very, very funny. Nick, you know, I know you are, mate. I know you are. I'll keep it PG from now. No problem at all. I really enjoyed it, and the comment after made it even funnier. To be fair, but there we go, Blades fans. We are all done. 170 people in the stream. You love to see it. Make sure you like it though before you leave. I want to see at least 200 likes on this video by the end of tomorrow. Let's say got to. We've just won our first game in 3. So we're all buzzing. Everyone's going to have a lovely smile on their face tonight. Everyone's going to have a great rest of their weekend. It couldn't have gone much better today, could it? So anyway, thank you very much for watching, Blades fans. Enjoy your night, and I'll see you next time.